Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad you're here. So yes, today is all about pencil crayons, markers, crayons. I had a couple of you request that I share what kind of pencil crayons I use. I guess sometimes in my collages I'm coloring. So I had a few questions about what are my favorite pencil crayons. So I will share that with you today. I have done a video in the past, long time ago, about all of these, where I went ahead and I took and I think I had several different videos on this, but I went ahead and colored all of my little sketches, or whatever you may want to call it, of each color palette. There you go, my color palette. And I did that quite a long time ago, I think in the beginning of my YouTube channel where I did this. I will leave that playlist link down below in case you are interested in seeing those videos where I do this. I'm not going to go ahead and color in or make a new color palette today. We're just going to go ahead and talk about each different type of pencil crayon and which one is my favorite and why. So yes, like I said, I will leave the link down below for where I did make the color palette of all the different Crayola and pencil crayons and different things that I have. So should I start with the lowest to the highest? Let's start with the highest to the lowest. How about that? So the Faber Castell Polychromos pencil crayons are my most expensive ones. I have the box of 120. It comes in a really nice tin box, so it's easy for you to take it along, maybe on a trip, or if you want to take it outside and go color outside. It has 3 individual layers here, and you can very easily take them out. They have these little loops at each end, so you can just very easily grab them and take each layer out and put it aside. And I love it that you can just take them out layer by layer and have them nicely displayed in front of you when you're coloring, so you can just very easily see all the different colors. Now, I had to go ahead and do a little bit research again because it's been a long time ago since I have made a video on it. I actually went back in time and just kind of re-looked at those a little bit. And I think in the video for the Faber Castell pencil crayons that I talked about way back in the day, I think I said that they had a little bit of a harder core. It is not a hard core, but it is a little bit of a harder core than the Prismacolor pencil crayons are, but it's not a hard core. So in case you're going back and watching my videos, I just wanted to make that clear. So yes, so I had to do a little bit of research again and just refresh my memory of all of that. So the Faber, and I'm not going to be coloring today or making a color palette because I don't have time for it. It is planting season. It is very busy. I actually just came in from outside doing some planting this morning, and I had to really clean my hands up because for some reason I tend to forget to wear gloves when I'm gardening, and then I have a ton. I just don't. I don't know why not. And so I guess I like digging in the dirt, so I had to really clean my hands before I got this video started. So yeah, I'm not going to be making a color palette or coloring today. I have done it in the past. I will link that playlist down below. I'm just going to talk about them a little bit because I had a couple of viewers that requested, they wanted to know. So the Faber Castell Polychromos pencil crayons are made in Germany, but from my understanding, they now make them also in Turkey and Brazil, but they originate from Germany. And they are made of high quality California cedar wood. And I think that's maybe what makes them like not breakable. I mean, I'm not saying you couldn't break these, but They are supposed to be break resistant, and they're made of an oil-based binding, high quality pigment colors for beautiful, vibrant blending. So that is what is I'm going to talk later on at the end what the difference is between the Faber Castell and the Prismacolor pencil crayons. So they're very similar but yet different. And I'll talk about that after I show the Prismacolor pencil crayons. So yes, they are made of high quality California cedar wood. They're made with an oil-based binding, like I said, high quality pigments for beautiful, vibrant colors. They are break resistant, water resistant, and smudge proof and acid free. They are known for their high quality, vibrant, rich, durable colors for smooth blending. They are very popular choice among professional artists. Now, of course, I'm not a professional artist whatsoever. But I absolutely love coloring, so that is why I wanted to give these a try. The lead is soft and creamy for very smooth coloring and blending. They are like a buttery like when you're coloring. I did do a little bit of a practice here before I started as well on a different paper, just to kind of refresh my memory on all of them. Okay, so these are not quite as soft and buttery smooth as the Prismacolors are, but they are perfect for detailed coloring. If you have, you know, those adult coloring books, they are so detailed, and you make this pencil crayon really nice and sharp. It works so perfectly for going around the edges and coloring everything, and they work excellent for that. So that is the Faber Castell pencil crayons. Now, if you want to know more about them, you can always look it up online yourself before you go ahead and order them, just so that you can read all the information about them as well. And I will link all of whatever I can link. I will link it down below. I purchased mine off of Amazon. See, easy fit, nice carrying box. Okay, so let's talk about the Prismacolor Premier pencil crayons. I have the box of 150. I purchased these on Amazon as well. Absolutely love them. Beautiful, vibrant colors, just like the Faber Castell. The Premier Prismacolor pencil crayons are not a lot different from the Faber Castell, except for one thing. I guess two things are a little bit different about them, but the vibrant colors that you get are about equal in both of them. And this is a box that you open up, and then you have all these little sections to take out. So I'll go ahead and I'll take them out, and then we will talk about these. Look at the beautiful array of colors. Isn't that just pretty? It's a pretty sight. I love pencil crayons, you guys. Okay, so let's talk about these. I've got all 150 displayed here. So the Prismacolor pencil crayons are known for their soft and thick cores that allow for easy blending, shading, and layering. And they do color smooth and buttery. Like, they're very buttery. I don't know how else to explain it. They're very soft. I should have zoomed in with the other ones I showed you as well. But yeah, very vibrant colors and very smooth and very soft. Now, The only thing that I could say that I like about the Faber-Castell ones better is because I feel like they didn't break as easy. This lid, I found they broke a little bit easier. As you can see, I have some that are quite short already from using, and especially this pink one, I found it was breaking quite easily. But other than that, they are excellent. Absolutely love them. And these are very suitable for beginners or experienced artists. For the Faber-Castell, I think it is a higher quality pencil crayon. So I think a lot more artists use those besides these. But these are also very well used by artists. And they are wax-based and made in Mexico. They are also made out of cedar wood as well, the outside of them. So let's talk about the difference now. So from what I have learned and from my own experience, okay, so the difference between the Faber, I'm not sure if I'm saying Faber right. Is it Faber-Castell? I'm pretty sure I'm saying it right, but I'm not really sure. So the difference between the Faber-Castell and the Prismacolor pencil crayons primarily differ in their binding compositions. So the Faber-Castell Polychromos are an oil-based. They are a little bit of a smoother, more uniformed pencil crayon and bright colors, while Prismacolor Premier are a wax-based. So this is an oil-based and this is a wax-based. And so with the wax base, they provide a softer, more intense color that is very easily blendable, but they are a little bit prone to wax bloom or wax bleed or whatever you want to call it. You know, when you're coloring and they tend to go over, it's called wax bloom or wax bleed. They tend to go over a little bit more over the line because they are a wax based. But the oil base, I find, stays more sharp around the edges when you are coloring. So both of them are absolutely wonderful. I love both of them. If I was to say which one is my favorite, I couldn't really say that because I love those for like the detail coloring. But if you want to do like a lot of shading and layering, then I think these might be a little bit better, but those work excellent for that as well. So it all depends what you like. If you like to do a lot of shading and a lot of layering, maybe these, I don't know, but those work as well. But if you like just a lot of the fine detail coloring and you don't want it to bleed or bloom, then these would be better. So there you have it. This is the two more expensive ones. This one would be the highest, and then this one. And now I'll put these aside and let's talk about the cheaper ones. Okay, so next I'm going to talk about the Arteza pencil crayons. Now, if you want to go for the lesser expensive of the other two, I would probably recommend these. I'll just go ahead and open them up. I don't have these in the carrying little caddies anymore that you can just slide out. These are the ones that I sometimes take on the road when I'm traveling with my husband. Because it's a small box. It's a set of 72. You can get bigger sets than this, but it's just a small tin can, easy for me to put in my bag when I go with my husband so that I can color on the road. They have very beautiful, vibrant colors as well. And the Arteza pencil crayons, they are known also for their rich, vibrant colors. So they're very suitable for like adult coloring books or sketches or doing like mixed media art projects. They have really bright colors. Now, these also have a wax core. So they are excellent for blending and layering and creating a smooth transition. Very suitable for like shading in. So these are excellent for that as well, just like the other ones, but these are just slightly lower quality than the other ones are from my understanding. But I have had no issues with these whatsoever. They are also break resistant. So as you can see, none of them are very short. I have not had many issues at all about having them break on me. Like I said, I take them on the road, and there's a lot of bouncing in the truck on the highways, trust me. And I have never had any of them break on me yet. And you can get the Arteza pencil crayons and a watercolor pencil crayon, if that makes sense. Now, however, I have seen some people use these as a water pencil crayon as well. And if you want to know what I am referring to, you can dip the tip into water, or put some water down on a piece of paper and then blend it in. I have not done these with water at all. I do, however, I used to have a watercolor set. Now, I don't believe I have them anymore. I'm not really sure what actually happened to them, to be honest. But I used to have a set that was designed for watercolor, which basically means, instead of painting, you are painting with the pencil crayons. You dip the tip and then you color it in, and it looks like you have painted. Like I said, it does suggest you can use these for that as well, even though it doesn't specify that these are made for that. But if you read it up online, it says you can use these for that as well. I have not tried yet. Maybe I should give it a try. While we are on the subject, I really want to try. I'm going to take a darker color. Let's give it a try. Let's find out. I have a cup of water here. Yes, they worked really, really well for watercolor. Wow. This is actually really good that I tried this. I'm not sure why the voice didn't record for this part, so I'll just do a quick voice over here. Yes, so they work really well with the water. It kind of resembles more like a painting instead of a pencil colored photo if you are using it with water. But yes, it absolutely works with dipping the lid into the water and then using it kind of like a paintbrush instead of a pencil crayon. Works really good. Well then, now I'm going to want to use these even more often, right? I do a lot of mixed media art, so these would be excellent for going around in my mixed media art pages. Wow. Okay, I love it that I looked that up. So I will here's all the different colors, and I will just go ahead and put my glasses on and then I will read what it says here in the back. It says the Arteza professional grade artist quality colored pencils, break resistant, soft and thick leads, smooth color lay down for superior blending and shading, unsurpassable, light fast and acid free quality pigments, ideal for drawing, illustrating and coloring. So there you have it, my friends. It does not say online either what the outside is made out of. Okay, it is a wood base, of course, around the pencil crayon, but the inside core is a wax based. So that is probably about all I have to say about these. They are excellent for beginners if you want something better than just your regular Crayola pencil crayon, I would say, because they are softer and smoother and they blend easier than a regular Crayola pencil crayon would, but they're cheaper than the other two that I just showed you. Hope that makes sense. Now here is another option. So these pencil crayons are called, if I pronounce it correctly, it is Scholar pencil crayons, and I bought these at Walmart in the States, I believe. They might sell them here in Canada too in the Walmarts. I'm not really sure. I'm sure you can order them online as well. So these are cheaper yet from the ones that I just showed you, the Arteza, but kind of do the same thing, if that makes sense. I will just read to you online what it says about them. They are a good choice for developing artists because they offer a balance of quality and affordability, rich colored, making them popular for schools and classrooms. They feature a richly pigmented color that blends easily and are known for their strong, smooth lids that help with blending and shading as well. So kind of the same idea as all the other ones, but cheaper. I guess they're maybe made cheaper than the other ones, I'm guessing, but they're kind of the same as the others, just less quality one, I should say. So they're excellent for classrooms or maybe your grandchildren or your children, that want to become an artist. This would be an excellent start right here. And I'm just reading online here now what the core is made out of, and it just says that they are sometimes wax or oil mix and have a filler like kaolin or chalk filler. So I'm not 100% clear on the core filler here, you guys. But you can always look it up yourselves and do research on it. But they color really well. Like, I don't mind these at all. Like, they color really well. Like, there's absolutely nothing wrong with them. And they also feel a little bit buttery and smooth. It's not a hard core. So there you have it for those. And these, like I said, I purchased these at Walmart. I used to have these mixed with my Laurentian pencil crayons, and I always have them sitting on my desk here, and I often grab for these or my Laurentian. I think I'm saying that correctly, and I'm going to be talking about them next. So here we have the Laurentian pencil crayons. I have them in my wooden caddy here that has individual little holding pockets, if you may say that. I don't know. But this is where I keep them. Now I'll take a few out and just lay them across so that you can see them a little bit more clearly. But these have a special place in my heart, and I will tell you why. So the reason that the Laurentian pencil crayon have a special place in my heart is because this is what I used when I went to school. So because they don't make these anymore, I always try to find them at thrift stores. All of these that you see over here have all been thrifted, or maybe I had them, some of them still from my childhood, but mostly thrifted. And I always look for them, always. I wish they would, sometimes you can buy them in a pack of just the Laurentian, but sometimes they will package them up with a whole bunch of other pencil crayons, and then you gotta buy the bag, and then I grab these out of there, and then I will donate the rest back again. But yes, these are the ones I use in school, so they mean a lot to me, you guys. I don't know, they just bring back so many childhood memories. So that is why I want to talk about these a little bit and show them to you. They may not be as high quality as what I just have all shared here with you, but however, however, they are, now, whoever loves Crayola, please don't get back at me about this. But for me, I think this is a much better pencil crayon than a Crayola is. Crayola, I find when you're coloring with them, it is not as smooth and buttery. They often are kind of scratchy. So therefore, I prefer these over Crayola because these don't do that. These ones also have a bit of a buttery and a very smooth. You can blend with these as well. So this is definitely a cheaper option, is if you can find these at your thrift store, or you still have them from your school days. Hold on to them, I would say. So when I look it up online where it talks about the Laurentian pencil crayons, it says they have a rich, vibrant pigment color. They are designed with the same thickness as a standard pencil crayon, and making them compatible with pencil extenders. I'm not quite sure what it means by that. However, there's limited information on their long activity, I guess, to how long they last. So I don't know. It says they may potentially fade over time, but I've had these for, oh gosh. I mean, I keep collecting more and adding more, but I have never found that they are fading, or even in coloring books that they have faded. So I don't know. I think it's definitely a great option, besides for a cheap option besides Crayola. What else does it say about them? You can also blend and layer with them, although they are not as smooth and soft as all the ones that I have just shared with you. And they do also have a wax core, so that's what makes them nice for blending as well. And I'll just kind of color here a little bit, just to show you a little bit. Like, they are pretty soft too. They're not as soft as the ones I just shared with you, but however, they are definitely softer than a Crayola pencil crayon is. And these are also excellent for coloring and details, very small details in the adult coloring book world. So if you do see these at the thrift store, I would highly recommend to grab them. Like I said, I always look for them, and they have beautiful, vibrant colors as well. Now, of course, I have still a bunch of Crayola pencil crayons as well. I keep them in a Ziploc bag. This is usually what I get out when my grandkids are here. I will give them the Crayola pencil crayons. Now, of course, our oldest granddaughter, she is very much into art, and she is now almost 12 already, you guys. So she will sometimes use my more expensive ones. She's very careful, and she loves art. So I do allow her to use my more expensive ones. But with the younger boys, this is usually what I haul out, is just your regular standard Crayola pencil crayon. And I'm not saying that they aren't good. Please don't get me wrong. It's just not one of my favorites to grab for when I'm coloring. But I have colored tons and tons with Crayola as well. Please don't, if you have Crayola, it is fine. They are just not quite, like, the core is not quite as soft. And I find they break a little bit easier as well. But other than that, like, if they're fine for coloring in your coloring books. But for blending, they don't work very well, I find. But for all the little detail coloring, they're perfectly fine. Now, for their core, if you look it up what the core is made out of, it says they are made out of a binding agents. So I don't know exactly what the core all contains. It just says it's a binding agent. So I'm not really sure exactly. But of course, you could do your own research on it as well. So I'll get this cleaned up, and then we'll talk about a few more things here. All right, so someone asked me what I use, if I use markers or pencil crayons when I color. It's a combination of both, but I do prefer pencil crayons. But when I am using markers, it is the Crayola, the skinnies. You can buy these, I think, in a box of 100, and I think that's what I'd have here is a box of 100. And the skinnies those are my favorite because you can color a lot of details with them. And so they're excellent for that. I'm sure you're all very familiar with Crayola markers, so I don't really need to talk about them a lot, except for, yes, I do sometimes use markers as well. And of course, the skinnies are my favorite. And I keep them in this little caddy here, and my grandkids will use these as well, but I do also have different Crayola markers for them. I try to keep these for myself. So yes, I do use markers as well. And then I have just a box of Crayola here. Crayons. Just your plain crayons. I bought this caddy a long time ago. It comes with a sharpener, built-in sharpener. And I don't use crayons very often. However, they also hold a special place in my heart because I grew up with these, right? If we would get a box, even just a small box of crayons, like how exciting was that? Oh my gosh, it was so exciting. And I absolutely love the smell of them. I know. You probably think, wow, Kathy, okay, come on. No. If you are with me on that and you love the smell of crayons, let me know, because I would love to know if I'm the only weirdo. But opening a fresh box of crayons, oh, that smell. I just love the smell. So I don't color with these very often. I do have another box full that I keep aside that my grandchildren use. And then this little caddy here, I just keep special displayed on my shelf. Now, just a few other markers here that I could maybe share with you or show you are the outline markers. I don't know if you have seen these before, but they are a lot of fun to use. I'll just, I need a new paper here, but I will just zoom you in here. Hopefully you can see what I'm going to try and show you here. And they have a little bit of a metallic sheen to them, but they're fun to use. I just wanted to share that with you. I don't know, maybe you have these, maybe you own them, I don't know. But it's just it's a fun marker. I know our grandkids, they really enjoy using these. So it kind of outlines it on the outside, and then it is a little bit of a shiny metallic. I wouldn't use these in my regular everyday art projects, but they're just a fun marker to have. So that is about all that I have to share with you today. This is just what I have, and this is what I use. The more expensive ones I use on special occasions. I don't use them as often. I would say between these two, I keep for very special project or very special coloring books. And then these I will use more often, as well as my Laurentian pencil crayons. Between my Laurentian pencil crayons and my Arteza is probably what I use the most. And then these two, like I said, for special occasions. And then every now and then I'll use my skinnies markers for different projects. So that is about it. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it helped you. Maybe I went into way more detail than what you were even asking for. But there you have it anyhow. So thank you so much for coming along today. It was a fun video to make. So I wish you all a beautiful day, and go grab yourself some pencil crayons and a coloring book and go sit and color. I find it extremely therapeutic. I don't know if you do, but I just feel like life slows down when you have a coloring book and pencil crayons in front of you and a cup of coffee. Life just slows down. So thank you so much for coming along. You all have a beautiful day, and we will talk to you soon. Thanks for watching.